Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School Al Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you.
Belief and hard work will always earn you success. A quote by Virat Kohli. Good evening, one and all. Let me take you all through the listings of what to expect in today's session. It is also the first session of the Mega Career Guidance event, Avenir 2022, #Discover You, hosted by Indian School Bausha under the aegis of the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. The welcome address will be followed by a brief introduction and a video on our eminent speaker. Then we shall invite the esteemed speaker for his presentation. After the presentation, we shall request our guest speaker to answer a few questions raised by the audience in the Q&A segment. The continuing session will be taken up by the university spokesperson. The detailing of the courses available and the process of admission will be explained in detail. We shall conclude the session with a vote of thanks. Doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. A quote by Oprah Winfrey.
What a fantastic quote to begin the session. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Avenir 2022. #DiscoverYou, a global career guidance program launched by Indian School Bausha under the aegis of the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Oman. On behalf of Indian School Bausha, I, Abigail of Class 10,
and I, Adelicia of Class 8,
take the proud privilege of expressing our profound gratitude to His Majesty, Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said, for the altruistic and noble benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora in the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower His choicest blessings on His Majesty, and may this nation experience peace and everlasting prosperity.
We are happy to welcome all the students, parents, and teachers for being a part of Avenir 2022, #DiscoverYou. Thank you one and all for a benign presence here this evening. It is with sheer joy and great pride that I take the task of introducing our speaker today. Mr. HEMAL MEHTA Jayantilal. Mr. HEMAL MEHTA is a former cricketer who represented Oman for Cricket World Cup qualifiers in SA 2009, for T20 Cricket World Cup qualifiers in UAE 2012, and in Ireland 2005. He was the captain of Oman cricket team in 2003 and from 2009 to 2012. He has been the mentor of the Muscat Cricket Coaching Center, Wadi Kabir, since 2013. He is currently working as a divisional manager, sales and marketing for CPD food agencies for Kimji Ramdas & Co. Consumer Products Division, Muscat, Oman.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful introduction of mine. First of all, I would like to thank Indian School Bausha for inviting me and honoring me to be part of this wonderful event, Avenir 2022, with the #DiscoverYou. Yeah, my greetings to the respected dignitaries, parents, teachers, and warm wishes to the beloved students. I would like to just share a small presentation through which I would like to take you through what is it that sports as a career can offer. So basically, career opportunity in sports. I would like to just say we will discuss the topics I'll take you through, and I would like to take upon the first point as sports is a culture, and how has sports evolved over the years, and especially the cricket, because I'm a cricket expert, so I would relate it more with cricket. And we all know that this age is all about specialization. So we see engineers, again, engineers that are subset to it, computer science, data science, and all those stuff. So it is an age of specialization, and that is the era that we see even in sports. The career options that, from my point of view, that cricket has to offer besides that, the other sports element, because the structure of the any sport would have the similarities. Future of sports, and few concluding statements which will state what are the benefits or how sports helps in an individual's career. So first is sports is a culture. I mean, we all know that how is it that people take up cricket. So for me, my parents, my father used to play cricket, not the organized. And then I took up cricket, started with gully cricket, and that is what my generation would know. That it is all about that we play gully cricket to start with, and then we were fortunate that there were people who would guide us, who would take us to an organized cricket, to a stadium or a ground, to an academy. And that is how my career started. And I ended up playing for various districts, tournaments, the state levels, the universities. And then I came to Oman, represented Oman. And since I'm mentioning that sports is a culture, what happens? I took it from my father, my kids took it from me. So my both the sons went on to represent Oman under 16 and 19 cricket team from schools to the national team, and that's a pride. The key objective behind me showing sports as a culture is so builds family. Now we are role models, and there are a lot of aspiring kids who would look upon us and would take up sports. It's just not limited to cricket, but sports in general. So as a family, there is a cricketing culture. With family, you involve society at a larger picture. And that is the biggest objective that we want to share. That what is it that we want to do is sports as a culture, and how is it that we can transform society with sports being part of it, and various career options that you can have. So how has cricket evolved? I mean, many of us would know that cricket started with a 5-day game. So the sports was called as a gentleman's game. It would go on for 5 days. And what made it interesting for a 5-day game was how would the cricket pitch evolve. Day one, a cricket pitch would play a particular way, and day 3, 4, and 5, it would be different. And that was the only challenge that the cricketers would face, or the technicians or specialists, so to say. With age, 5 days started becoming boring. The reason is sports, when it ends in a draw, it is not exciting. You ultimately, everybody aspires that somebody has to win. And as a result, it became boring. With that, the cricket academics or the cricket body thought over how is it that we can bring more people, more participation. So they came up with an idea of 60 over game or a 50 over game, which would span over a day. And that is how cricket changed. And what basically changed the cricket is the 1983 World Cup winning team. And that is what transformed. So probably we saw that 60 overs, 50 overs, and 1983 World Cup winning got a lot of people involved in cricket and take up cricket as a sport. Then was IPL. The IPL or a T20 era actually revolutionized the whole cricket or sports in India especially. And we have the latest, which is hundreds. So the key message here is when you have more cricket, more viewers, that means more participants, you have more spectators viewing the sport, wonderful sport, you have more sponsors. When you have more sponsors, there is more money. And ultimately, all this money gets into the infrastructure and the marketing of the sports, that they wanted more participation or more viewership. And that is how I would say that evolution of cricket or sports is quite important and significant. And as a result, there are many opportunities that has come in, which I will take you through now. So this is the 1983 World Cup winning team. And you can see there are 14 players, one manager, and there was one coach who is missing on the photo. Okay. What is wonderful about this is a World Cup winning team with minimum support, but the love for the game, the passion for the game is what took them to the levels that they have achieved. Why it is important for me to state that the passion and love, because there was not enough money then, not enough infrastructure, and not enough sponsors. And our viewership, I mean, television was rare during those days in India. So we used to just rely on Doordarshan to watch these matches being telecast. So you can see that how, I mean, they were not the popular, but the passion and love took them to what they have achieved, the glory that they have. They are the legends of the Indian cricket. Now we see another image, which is the ICC T20 World Cup traveling team. On the left of the screen are the players, which still remains 14, plus reserves of 4 and 6. But the specialists that go with the team, that travel with the team, that is from the coach to the mentor to the specialist bowling, fielding coach. And this team is what has changed the dynamics of the sports. So which clearly shows that any sport, we need now specialists to train individuals in various fields. And that field can be the various elements of the game that we play, from the batting, the bowling, the fielding, the fitness side of it. And that is where we have a lot of opportunities, the support staff that we can call them as, the specialist, that as a career opportunity that we have. So right now on the screen, we see that there are 14 players and there are 16 plus specialists traveling with the team. They are actually part of day-to-day activity as far as Indian Cricket World Cup team is traveling. And this is just not limited to Indian team. It is limited to all the cricket team that is participating in the World Cup, the current World Cup that we'll see in Australia. What are the options that we have? So 20 years back, the composition, as I told you, was 15 players, 1 coach, 1 manager. And the current structure that we have 15 players, we have a head coach. So Rahul Dravid, we all know, is the head coach of the Indian team. Besides that, batting coach Vikram Rathod, so on. Bowling coach, we have it. We have a fielding coach, a fitness trainer, video analyst, technical advisor, a mentor. Besides that, there are few who support them in terms of keeping them fit. That is physio. A physiotherapist travels with the team, a masseur, so that the modern day cricket or sport is so demanding. You have back-to-back matches or probably every alternate day. And as a result, the demand on the sports, the physical and the mental demand is so huge that you need a masseur, a sports psychologist who just gets into the mind of it. How is it that you recuperate, the pressure, handling of the pressure, crunch situation. So it has evolved a lot. Besides that, we have scorers, umpires, match referees, and ground staff. So I don't know how many would know that the wicket that they play on, okay, he's called a curator. And the curator usually is an engineer who understands the soil better. And that is quite crucial, or that is the backbone. I mean, if you do not have a good wicket, you do not have a good match. And as a result, they play a very huge role. And the soil that we see in India or the Asian continent or the Australian is too different because of the soil, the climate, and the requirements or the demands that we have based on the climate and the water that we see. So there are ample opportunities that we have as far as sports is concerned. Now, with the IPL, so we used to earlier, any cricket tournament would be hosted by the state, and the passionate people would drive this cricket. So just to give you an example, if Kerala hosted a cricket match, West Zone and North Zone, we would have the Kerala Cricket Association, all the current and the future stars or the prospective stars will help conduct this match, from scorers to match referees to umpires. But with IPL invention, it is an event. Why it is called an event? Because you need professionals to manage it, whereby likes of A.R. Rahman or Hrithik Roshan would come down for the inauguration or the closing ceremony. And they are celebrities. Okay, so to manage this event, we need passionate professionals to manage this event. And as a result, event management, since the matches are over a 40 days, 6 weeks window, and the matches are roughly somewhere between 80 to 100 in a 40-day. That means it calls for media interaction. So it is a media management specialist that we need. Besides that, sports reporters are in huge demand, because every sport, you need a technical bit of know-how. And as a result, sports reporter become very important. Designs sports software. So what I mean is, we all see that there are referrals that we take during the match. So the Hawkeye, the ball tracking, the sneakometer, it's all technology that they are using to cricket. And as a result, we see that, okay, again, technology. So the IT guys can be part of cricket as a support system. Then we have commentators. Yes, they are specialists, because they need to have a good control over what they are talking, because they have to engage the spectators. Besides that, you have the managing ticketing windows or ground lighting. I don't know how many would know that ground lighting has specifications. I mean, the lights that we use at our home and the lights that are put at the stadium are totally different. So we need engineers to fix those. We need those guys who are really professionals, and they know how is it that we can make it efficient use of energy. Then we have the celebrities. So today, the likes of Virat Kohli, Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, celebrities, they are busy playing cricket. They need someone who can manage for them the endorsements, the finance. So what are their timelines as far as the time slots that they need to attach for the advertisements that they have to do when they are off from cricket. So we need, and there are people who are opening sports management company. So what I mean to sports management company is the company which manages the entire IPL or part of it. Okay, so it can just take part of it, including hospitality, traveling, from and to from the hotel to the stadium transport. All those things will come into sports management company, besides managing the celebrities endorsements. Then you have, since they are celebrities, and the crowd that we see is from 40,000 to 120,000 per match. That means you need good security arrangements. And as a result, security management has become again a opportunity or an option for any sports. Now, if we have to just sum it up in terms of career path that they can opt besides being players. So just to reinstate what I have been talking about, a specialist, a coach, and that coach can be a chief coach, batting, bowling, fielding. In bowling as well, fast bowling, spin bowling. So there are a lot of elements to it. And it is just not limited to cricket when I'm talking. If you take football team, you would see a similarities, because besides for the players, there are technical people who are playing a very important role. Video analyst. So a person who is just good at framing, taking the videos, getting the ball tracker, the right lens, right areas that they have put, and they would review it. The sports physiotherapist has become really in good demand, because sports injuries are quite often quite grave. And the most important thing is the sportsman has to recover very fast. And as a result, sports physiotherapist is a specialization. Nutrition. I mean, we all know how important it is to a balance of carbs, to protein, to fiber. And sports nutrition has become quite in demand. And there are people who are actually venturing into it to ensure that it's a career path that they choose. So I spoke about sports event management, sports media management, celebrity management, pitch curator. Besides that, if we are passionate about sports, we can be part-time into as scorers, umpires, match referee, masseurs, and commentator. So these are the various career paths that one can choose as a student. Now, when it comes to future of sports, I mean, I don't know how many people know that only 2% of Indians take up sports or pursue sports. So that means roughly 2.3 crores. Just imagine if that number moves to 5 crores in 5% in next 3 years or 5 years. It's like we are talking about a threefold increase in it. So what will it require? Ultimately, that will require more infrastructure, more coaches, more specialists to conduct it. And when it comes to that, we will see that IPL is just IPL at India level. There are various tournaments that are being conducted at state level as well, which is Mumbai Premier League to Tamil Nadu Premier League. And that also calls for professionals to be engaged, because they all play not to participate, they play to win. And as a result, the future of sports. And another example that I would like to state here is, I mean, you take the tally of Indians winning the medals at Commonwealth Games, which concluded recently, 61 medals. That's an all-time record. That clearly states that the enthusiasm and encouragement that government is putting it into it is quite encouraging, and people would take up sports in a professional way. Government is spending a lot to build the infrastructure. They are not just spending to build the infrastructure, but even the quality of the coaches is improving by engaging or training them, taking them to overseas so that they learn the best practices that are done across the globe. Marketing of sports is at all-time high, with schools, colleges, even corporates are taking up that role and responsibility of getting people to play cricket or play sports. In that viewership, I mean, it's an age whereby you can view all the matches on your mobile phone. So you can say that, okay, I mean, we don't need to be at home or at a in front of a TV to watch a match now. And with the data being so accessible and affordable, I think viewership in the sports is at all-time high, and you take any sports in that matter. And Khelo India initiative is one big jump that India is pushing the sports, whereby scholarships are given to the prospective or the talented sportsmen, and to train them. And the scholarship is not just a horizon of 1, but a 10-year horizon. So that is again good for any prospective kids to take up the sports. I mean, there was a time whereby people used to say, I mean, kheloge, kudoge, hoge kharab, padhoge, likhoge, banoge nawab. So it says that all play and no work makes you dull, which has been now evolved. Kheloge, kudoge, hoge lajawab, padhoge, likhoge, banoge nawab. So playing makes one extraordinary. And that word extraordinary has a special relevance to it. Why? Because not everybody can take up sport and excel. It's a skill set that you need. It is just not skill set, but you need a lot of hard work, passion, love, perseverance that you need. Besides that, I believe that parents has to play a big role in encouraging, supporting the kid in achieving the dream that he or she pursues. What sports teaches actually? I mean, in this modern world where we see most of the kids with a mobile, I mean, you ask for any answer, they would nod with their head shook and nothing more. And sports help actually interact or communicate better, because before match, after match, during the match, interaction between the players, coach to players, is huge. And that is something that helps them evolve. When I say helps them develop a strategy, so when they play sport or when anyone plays sport, they always think that, okay, what is it that I need to make as a strategy to get performance better or get the opponents out early? And that activates your mind, whereby how is it that you can execute better your plans? So that is strategy, and that helps it doesn't help in the sports, but even helps in your day-to-day life, in your professional world, when you are working for someone or doing a business. In sports, Virat Kohli is the role model. Okay, but do you see that whenever he steps in, he scores 100, or he ensures that India wins, or Jasprit Bumrah in that matter? No, not really. So it says that there is always continuous improvement or betterment that they can expect from sports. So in life also, that is a big lesson, that even if we are at a particular level, there is a scope to better it. And that sports teaches one. motivate or uplift someone. So, I mean, a lot of times we are depressed. We did not get the desired results. We lost a match. And this is where the entire group, the team comes in, helps the kid, he or she, to make sure that don't let yourself down. That is a next match. That is the next day. So that is very positive. Helps the mind and body fresh and energetic. I mean, I was just listening to the Avenir in the morning, and there was a doctor who was speaking about how important the food, sleep is, and besides that, the exercise. And I would relate that, okay, it helps, and I was happy that somebody who is a medical profession is advocating the importance of food, sleep, and sports. So it is quite important. Most importantly, it encourages fun side of it. I mean, we all are so professional or busy with the day-to-day life, we have forgotten what is fun all about. So sports takes you there as well. How does the sports help besides that? Physically and psychologically, it keeps you fit. It helps you handle pressure. So you need 4 runs in last 1 ball. It's a pressure situation. Not everybody can handle it. A sportsman can handle it better. It can help manage adversity. So what is an adversity? You are failing for the last 3 matches, or you're in a winning position, but rain comes and there is no more match and you end up losing. So these are all adversities which are not planned, but sportsmen are better equipped to handle those. Yeah, team sports helps in leadership qualities. It is quite important that we all need good leaders in the world. I mean, you have a good principal or a head of HOD that helps set up the entire curriculum to discipline in a way, and sports is one thing that it produces more and more leaders, and they are quite brilliant at that. It helps them handle failures better. I think no college, no academics can teach you how to handle failure. I mean, there is no curriculum which says that how is it that you can handle failure. I think it is only sports, because it teaches you how to handle failure since you have failed. It most importantly, it keeps you humble and grounded, and that is very, very important. The last parting message that before we take the question answers is, I think passion backed with self-belief gives you the confidence to take or to achieve the career goals. I think that is important, and this is a message that I would like to give it to parents, especially that if the kid has a passion and a self-belief, we need to just encourage them to make sure that they are pursuing their career goals, and they will definitely deliver it. One more important point is, we all feel that we take up sports, we want instant results. I mean, it's a world of where we prepare Maggie in 2 minutes and we want a cricketer to be born in 3 months. And let me tell you, a bachelor, I mean, if any degree would take 15 years. A doctor would take 16, 17 years to come out. And we expect a kid who is taking up sports today, in next 3 months or next 1 year, he should be a Sachin Tendulkar. I think that is the expectation that we need to just lower it down and give them more time. Any sport takes ages, a lot of time to develop and master it. So for cricketers or sportsmen and parents, let us have that patience and support system going into the sports, and I think kids will come out with flying colors. That's it from me. Thank you very much.
That was an extraordinary and fun-filled session by you, sir. Your creative and informative session enlightened us and kept each one of us engaged. Now we would like to request our speaker, Mr. HEMAL MEHTA, to kindly answer a few queries put forth by the audience. For this, may I now invite the moderator of the session, Ms. Sanita Solomon, to pose some questions from the audience to you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Abigail. There are a few questions raised by our students in the question and answer window that I would like to put forward, sir. The first question: what opportunities are available for the students of science stream in the field of sports?
See, science, I would segregate this into two. The science which is going to be related to engineering, the other is going to be with medicine. So with medicine, I think sports, physiotherapy, nutritionist, these are in quite a huge demand. And there are professionals who are only specializing into sports nutrition as well as sports physiotherapist. And it is why it is in high demand. I mean, I'll just give an example. I was watching a video of, I think, Tottenham Hotspur. They have a Netflix video which says the pool of physiotherapists with them are roughly 8 people who are full-time engaged with the team. So you can imagine if one premier team has got 8 physiotherapists, imagine the 20, how many 20 teams are there, just EPL. You multiply that with various other streams of sports or the La Liga. I mean, you have a lot of opportunities. The other is the IT element of it. So where the technology is used in cricket a lot, or in just not in cricket, but even in other sports. So from a Hawkeye, where the sneakometer, these are all technology. So the IT professionals has a scope. Whether we have that, is it full time? Yes, but it is gaining. So that is an Anil Kumble innovation and his team basically. So whereby there is a cricket bat which has been developed, which actually tracks where the ball meets when the player plays a ball. So that is again an opportunity for IT professionals as far as sports to be taken as a career option. There are opportunities. This is what I know as an option. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes. So there's one more question. It's from a girl student. I'm an aspiring cricketer. I only got into cricket in August, and I do have a strong passion and love for the game. I'm currently doing my 12th grade, and I would like to know possible ways in which I could advance and pursue cricket as a career. I also want to do my bachelor's in sports management, but how would that go hand in hand with training, especially if I'm undergoing professional training?
Okay. See, first of all, it is quite nice to hear a girl child taking up a cricket, and which is quite rare. So I would strongly encourage that you should take up. There are a lot of things that we can do. I mean, so as a parent, what is it that I advise my kid is don't go for movies, don't go to parks, don't spend time with your friends. That time you can put it on the sports. So that is how you can manage your time better in order to pursue a career in sports and pursue a sports management stream. Is it easy? No, nothing is easy in life. You will have to balance, and there are a lot of avenues where you can train extra during Diwali vacation, Christmas vacations, whereby you have extra time, the schools or colleges are off, and that would help. And there are professionals who has got outdoor as well as indoor academies. So as far as the infrastructure or platforms are concerned, there are not one or two, but there are a lot of options in India that you can pursue. Sports management is again a good stream to pursue, and it's going to be in future in good demand. So I would just, a piece of advice is, if you pursue sports and score 10% less, I'm telling you, accept it with both hands on, because that is a good mix to have. A sports with a degree is better than just a degree or just sports.
So another question. I want to be a badminton player and also want to be in MIT. What should be my next steps?
Okay. So MIT in Pune, right?
So that is not mentioned. They've not mentioned that.
I believe that badminton, Hyderabad and Bangalore, I know for sure they have got fantastic coaches and infrastructure. I'm not sure about MIT Pune has got a similar infrastructure or not. But let me tell you, there are a lot of options that can be done. If it is MIT, and if you have a better choice where infrastructure on badminton is better, I would say compromise on the college, get the infrastructure on badminton if your P1 is badminton. So you have to prioritize on what is your P1. So if your priority is badminton, you choose the infrastructure related to badminton as first option, and then you decide on the academics, which is the college. And let me tell you, it is not going to make a huge difference. Besides, you will have on-campus interviews, which would be a little low, but besides that, you will not have a huge difference.
So last question for this evening. What skills do sports managers need?
Sports managers. So I think it all starts with communication. The first is a good communicator is very, very important as far as the sports manager is concerned. Besides that, all the qualities that are related. So it's from planning to preparation. You need to know what is the team combination, what are the other elements that you need to look at. Just besides playing, there are a lot of other logistics that you need to manage, from traveling to food to getting the required hydration and all those stuff. So I believe that an all-rounder is one I would say that makes a better manager. So it is always better that you first understand what is it that you need to manage, and you will have a support team who can help you get things done. But you should at least have a chalk out plan and a better preparation, planning, communication skills. Besides that, you should have a good know-how on the finance, because that is extremely important when you manage, because ultimately what matters is there is only so much of budget and you have to manage within that the whole thing. So I think it's a mix of both.
Thank you very much, sir, for the insightful answers. We have many queries, and yes, the students can access the mobile app and the questions will be directly addressed. We request our audience to kindly fill the feedback form on the Avenir website, www.aveneroman.com. Thank you. Over to you, Abigail.
For all his support and guidance given to the large audience by attending to their concerns so patiently during the course of the discussion.
Thank you.
It's time for us to move on to the second part of the session, the time to meet the university spokesperson, Ms. Simbat Ormanbek. Ms. Simbat Ormanbek has started her career in education as an interpreter during international educational fairs. She has received her bachelor's degree in international business administration and finance. She has overall 5 years of experience in education industry and 2 years experience in business development and education management. Presently, she has established a teaching center in Abu Dhabi for the International Foundation Group. She has built university partnerships and university progression agreements with Semmelweis Medical School in Hungary, Nicosia Medical School in Cyprus, Heriot and Watt University, UK, and many others. And we are joyous to welcome the International Foundation Group to enlighten us with the various courses and the admission procedures.
Hello, good afternoon. Sorry, I was just muted. My name is Simbat. I'm a regional manager at IFG Abu Dhabi. If you do, I would like to start my presentation. That's the okay. I would like to have the access for sharing my screen, please. Perfect, thank you. So perfect. Again, my name is Simbat. I'm a regional manager at IFG Abu Dhabi. So IFG Abu Dhabi has, we're really happy to be in the Avenir School Online School Fair. IFG is a London-based company. We have been in the market for over a decade now, and helped thousands of students all over the world. So if you're looking to study in UK and you would like to pursue your degree in the high-ranked universities, mainly in the Russell Group universities, then IFG is a great place to be, because we have shown 100% placement rates for the Russell Group universities and higher ranked universities for the past 3 years. So let me tell you a little more details about IFG. So IFG has been created by Michael Edison, who's our academic director, and we have been in the industry for over the decade, and our main advantages are that we do have very multicultural and student community, very efficient staff to student ratio, 98% university placement ratio, as well as amazing campus locations both in London and in Abu Dhabi. Currently, we do have our currently we have our centers in London, in Abu Dhabi, as well as we have our presence, which is small teaching centers all over the world. Let's say it's Russia, Georgia, Turkey, Uzbekistan, Nigeria, Ghana, Vietnam, and many others. So we became truly multinational, from multinational to worldwide university currently. So we do have amazing 2 locations, which is in the heart of the London, Oxford district, as well as in Al Nahyan Cap in IFG Abu Dhabi. And of course, our main topic today is going to be the social sciences programs at our center. So currently we do have 5 different programs, which is business management, social sciences, engineering, medical foundation, and computer sciences. And I'd like to tell more about our social sciences program. Perfect. Why people do study social sciences? So social sciences is a crucial majors, crucial science, which makes our world better place to live. How? So basically, there's 7 major branches of social sciences as a history, political science, geography, economics, psychology, sociology, and anthropology. So you can definitely see even though it doesn't quite sound like you can put them in all one branch, but it definitely is. So basically, most of our students who join our social sciences program, I would say 80% of the cases, our students are going to the economics, psychology, and journalism. So during the program, we help students to improve their soft skills as well as to improve their sharp academic skills, mostly in writing and data processing, as again, most of our students are future lawyers, future economists, psychologists, counselors, and etc. As well as we should not forget that there are still other branches to progress to, which is like the political science, journalism, criminology, counseling, anthropology, and archaeology, which is much less popular, but still very strong part of our program. Okay, perfect. So our program. So what gives a foundation program and why would you need that? So as I understood, most of the Indian curriculum schools in Oman, they have very high ranking and they do progress students mostly directly to the universities. But there are a couple of cases where the foundation program might be the amazing assistance in your case. So let's say you haven't really succeeded through the UCAS and you haven't got the place in your dream university and you don't want to give up the idea. So in the case of foundation, the university foundation programs improves your CV as well as gives you much more higher chances to get into the Russell Group universities, where I'm talking is the University of Leeds, in Belfast, Birmingham, University of Manchester, Newcastle, and etc. etc. So when we talk about the top 25 universities in UK, we also have to mention that you automatically link to the top 150 best universities in the world because they are in that. There's Russell Group universities, all Russell Group universities are in the top 150 top universities in the world. And currently, and there's also a case that you haven't had taking any social science related subjects in your high school, and by the end of your high school you suddenly decided that you want to pursue economics, journalism, sociology, law, any other our social sciences branches, and you have a dilemma because okay, you haven't taken any of the course needed to the program, but you really want to progress to the program. And there is of course a chance to do your high school again, which is 2 years, or you can just take a foundation for 6 months and just pursue your dreams and dream career without any hesitation. So in that case, foundation will be a really great additive, time saver, and CV improver. And of course, except the UCAS system, we do have our direct progressions with the universities, which helps us to make applications even after the UCAS system is closed, which is a great benefit of studying foundation as well. So we do have a progression agreements with the universities like University of Birmingham, Leeds, Queen Belfast, East London, Gloucestershire, Essex, Coventry, Swansea, Brunel, and etc. As well as we never limit our progressions just by our official agreements, but we do also all the possible applications through the UCAS. For example, we've got a progression. We have got to put students to the Manchester, University of Manchester, University of Liverpool, Newcastle, Aston, Brighton, and other universities just organically through the UCAS. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about the study program itself. The study program is just 2 terms, 6 months. We, of course, polish your interpersonal skills. What is that? It's a study skills, communication skills, and themes in social sciences. So those classes is going to help you to build a great foundation before your university to improve your presentation skills, essay writing skills, about how to deliver all your knowledge in an essay format, in a presentation format, in a writing, in the and any other, in your teamwork and etc. How and why? Because usually school formats us to become fast learners, just to memorize everything and work in the team. Whereas in the university, you will have a new dilemma to gain back your personality, your individuality, and to be not just a great team player, but as well as a leader. So the study skills and communication skills has a great benefit for it. And of course, the main courses during the class is law, politics, economics, and themes in social sciences. Again, we do have our campuses in London, in Abu Dhabi, and until now we have progressed over 100 students to those Russell Group and other higher ranking universities in UK, and I'll be very happy to answer your questions if you have any. Do we have students' questions here, or it's going to be after the presentation? Can the students ask the questions over here?
Ma'am, I
don't hear you. You're muted, ma'am.
Ma'am, yes. The first question is, what is the best field in social science?
Can you repeat? I'm sorry.
What is the best field in social science?
Sure. There's no best or worst fields of the social sciences. Why? Because it's just a science stream name. And it just depends on you, because there are great lawyers, there are great economists, there are great historians, there are great criminologists, and there are great anthropologists. And as you can see, journalists, even though it's under the same branch, but you can see how different they are. And to be honest, they're all fun to do. I'm really amazed at the students who chooses the classes like anthropology, criminology, journalism, and etc. As you can see, it's one of the hardest majors due to the market shift to the business and finance and etc. Whereas those students are truly the ones who are following their heart and desire and dream majors. But if you're seeking to become a competitive worker and just able to land mediocre job and never worry about your future, then I would say that economics and law is one of the most demanded. And as soon as you study in a high ranked or well-recognized UK university, any of this degree, then you can be well set up for your future without any worries about market shifts and etc. Because as you know, good lawyers and good economists from the well-reputed higher ranked universities are always required in this busy market.
Ma'am, the last question. What fields of social science plays a significant role in our lives and society?
Just give me 1 second. Sure. I would say it has one of the most crucial roles, because social sciences majors itself has a very teaches you a lot of transferable skills. But at the same time, you have to remember that Without knowing the past, you cannot predict the future. So it's all about the history and anthropology and etc. As well as we do really need a people who speaks up for us, which are journalists, and we do need a people who makes social researchers and all of the harder work for us who are economists. And of course, we do need a good HRs, school counselors, and good psychologists in our tough modern world, which is psychiatrists and psychologists are also social workers. So even though it's not, it's quite undervalued majors in current days, except lawyers, of course. We should never, and we can never imagine the better world without our social scientists and social workers.
Thank you, ma'am. If the students would like to pose some questions, they can access the mobile app and the questions will be directly addressed. We request our audience to kindly fill the feedback form on the Avenir website, www.aveniroman.com.
As we draw the end of this enriching session, I deem it my great privilege to propose the vote of. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Mr. HEMAL MEHTA, for all his words of motivation. Thank you, sir. We express our gratitude for the spokesperson, Ms. Sambat Ormanbeck, for the IDP, for sharing his details and giving us an overview for the career guidance. Thank you, ma'am. Our deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Chairman Dr. Shivakumar Manikam and the members of the Board of Directors, Indian Schools in Oman. Our heartfelt thanks to the President, Mr. Ajayan Poyara, and the members of the Indian School Boucher's School Management Committee, and the Principal of the school, Dr. Bhavesh Balerao. Heartfelt thanks to our Platinum sponsor, Jain, deemed to be University, Gold sponsor, De Montfort University, Silver sponsors, Dallas Baptist University, USA, Grey Matters, SP Jain School of Global Management, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, and bronze sponsors, Middle East College and SP Jain School of Global Management. Digital marketing partner, Spectrum and Trifoil. Media partner, The Arabian Stories. And value donor, powered by our support sponsors. Now, over to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly stay tuned for more videos.
Avenir is a global career guidance event to empower students and assist them in identifying their ideal future career path. It was conceptualized by the Board of Directors of Indian Schools in Sultanate of Oman. The first Avenir was organized at Indian School Al Mabala in the year 2018. In 2019, Indian School El Seeb conducted the program. Indian School Muscat conducted the first virtual Avenir in the year 2020. Avenir 2021 was conducted virtually by Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir. In 2022, the flagship school in Oman. Indian School Bosher is all set to fly the flag higher by conducting Avenir 2022 in hybrid mode. Our impeccable planning, devoted team, unmatched resources guarantee a memorable event. The 5-day event will be held from Thursday, October 13, 2022 to Tuesday, October 18, 2022. Prominent achievers, educators, and industry experts will address the audience. Universities and educational institutes from different corners of the globe will present themselves to the audience of Avenir 2022. The event is open to all educational boards, including CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB. It will provide comprehensive career guidance to students to pursue their passions at national and international universities. Avenir 2022 guarantees a wealth of information and awareness on 21st century courses, scholarships, internships, and career placements. This event will assist students in discovering their ideal future career path. Let us gather together for this 5 days of excitement, effulgence, enlightenment, exploration, and exaltation. Let's join Avenir 2022 to discover you. Avenir.
event of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. Thank you to the ISB team for making Avenir 2022 possible. Thank you to each of the teachers, students, and parents for being a part of the session.
Today is your opportunity to build the tomorrow you want. With these uplifting words, I, Abigail,
And I, Adelicia,
wish you all a glorious day ahead. But before we sign off, let me remind you of the upcoming sessions. The upcoming sessions scheduled for tomorrow, 14th October 2022, online sessions for science, humanities, and commons will begin from 8:30 a.m. On-site session for engineering will be conducted at ISB from 9 a.m. onwards. Gentle reminder to fill in the feedback form. Every attendee who submits the feedback form will receive a digital certificate. See you in the next session. Stay tuned and stay safe.